Picking up some Japanese ingredients today at the Wajimaya. So I'm in Bellevue, Washington, which is a sister city of Seattle. And they've got a Japanese grocery store here called Wajimaya. So I'm just gonna pick up some usual buys for some Japanese dishes. One of my favorite grocery stores in the Seattle area. You know, it's an Asian grocery store when there's this many Sriracha options. I just recently tried this. I believe this is the same provider of peppers to the original Sriracha company. I bought this from Costco. Solid 9.5 out of 10 in terms of a hot sauce. I've never seen this one though. The best hot sauce on earth. Wow. I feel like I need to grab one of those. Anyways, it's interesting seeing all these other brands. See, I never knew that Sriracha was just a general term. See, Lee Kum Kee, they have their own version of it. Tabasco's getting in the Sriracha game. That's very interesting. And of course, the original. Now, look at this. There's different colors. Why is that? See, that was one of the issues with the Sriracha company. There wasn't consistency for whatever reason, or this is way older. Let's see if there's an expiration on this guy. Oh yeah, February 2026. This one is February 2025. So this one is actually fresher than this one, but look at the color. If I were to have to choose, not that I would know a difference if I just saw this, but this one's way more red than this one. What's going on, Sriracha? Anyways, if you ever see this at Costco, definitely worth the buy. It's from Underwood Ranches, and I think this is the farm that grew the peppers for the original Sriracha recipe, or at least that company. Regardless if it is or not, this stuff, legit good, delicious. I love it. I actually like this better than original, a little spicier. Funny enough, I saw this Sriracha display, and I'm not sure about this Sriracha mayo. Let me know. If I want Sriracha mayo, I just mix the two. And guess what? They got the real deal Kewpie mayonnaise, not that fake imposter at Costco. I'm sure it's good, but nothing like Kewpie. So what we do is we just take this Kewpie, mix it with the Sriracha, and then you don't need this. Do you guys like this? Do you guys have this at your house? Do you use it? Is it good? Is it better than doing this? Because I don't know, just another extra bottle. Something that we use the mayo Sriracha mix for is for shou pao. I know a lot of people have said that's weird, but it's very good. I would highly suggest trying it. It's actually very delicious. I know that there's a special dipping sauce when you buy shou pao from like a Chinese bakery or Filipino bakery, but that mix, if you like that little kick, but you don't want straight hot sauce, mixing a little bit of Kewpie, really good. I mentioned all this Kewpie, the real deal, and how Costco has imposter. Look, in the aisle display on the other side, they have the American version. What's interesting is even on the price tag, it doesn't tell you what's different about this compared to the real deal one. Why is that? What do people think? Okay, look, it says, this one says Kewpie mayonnaise, in-store special $5.99 for this. Smaller bottle, Kewpie mayonnaise tube. I mean, they're basically both tubes, $5.49. Why? Why would you have both? And there's no explanation. I'm very confused. Somebody that works at Kewpie, whether the Japanese company or the American company, why is there two different versions? Why is there no explanation on the bottle, on the tags? And tell me, if you're a fan of the Americanized Kewpie, why do you buy that over the original? Seems unusual to me. Okay, so normally we buy chicken broth from Costco, but we ran out and I'm not gonna go to Costco just for this. I'm gonna get some chicken broth, and oftentimes I like to add beef broth more than chicken broth, so I'm gonna get one each of these. So if there's any dishes that call for water, especially a pasta sauce or anything like even a curry, a beef curry, instead of adding water, add beef broth. It's gonna definitely level up your curry. Speaking of broth, you know, recently I got into making my own pho broth, and you guys told me in the comments that they had these pre-mixed spice bags for pho, so you don't have to buy all these different unique spices individually, which saves you a lot of money because this one pack right here, $1.59. That's way better. But I did buy these spices in bulk at the co-op, so it didn't cost me that much, but it definitely wasn't $1.59, and I ended up not using everything, so thank you, appreciate it. So if you ever want to make pho, go to an Asian grocery store and you can get a pre-mixed seasoning packet like this. I've never seen this before. Fish broth on natto. Interesting. Much more popular in Japanese cooking to have fish broth, but I've never seen it pre-mixed, pre-made inside of a box like that. Ooh, black rice paella annetto. Oh wait, what is annetto? What does that stand for? Something I've been craving ever since I got back from Japan is natto, fermented soybeans. This is just kind of our go-to brand right here. Look at this. You get 3 servings of natto. One is good for one person or maybe 2 small kids. $1.29 for this whole thing. In terms of something healthy, that's delicious, of course, kind of an acquired taste. Also, it's got a good source of protein. $1.29, this and some rice, and 1 egg. Gotta be one of the cheapest, most affordable breakfasts you can make for yourself. If you've never seen my other Asian grocery store vlogs, that's what natto looks like when you put it on rice. I do have some videos, so if you search my library, I show you how to make natto rice at home, because, yeah, it's not very American. So of course, when I was in Japan, I ate natto a lot, and the girls love natto too. And it's clearly a different taste. It's a different freshness. This is all frozen, and it's almost impossible to find fresh natto in the States. So even though I'm so grateful that we have this, I eat it all the time, there's a big difference. So if you're a fan of natto and you go to Japan, definitely try it. I was surprised because even at our hotel buffet breakfast, they had fresh natto, and it was night and day difference in terms of the mouthfeel of it. So yeah, just a little note for people that are natto fans. So lately I've been loving vlogging my breakfast cooking sessions. So I thought I would make some Japanese sausage for the girls. And this Berkshire coarse sausage is really popular in Japan, really delicious. And going to do a Japanese breakfast that's not so Japanese using these. So I bought a big pack of these at the Filipino grocery store, not the one in a container, but just the noodle packets. And I got the 2X spicy thinking, oh, I could totally handle it, and it was crazy spicy. Now, I was definitely able to handle it, but I was sweating as I'm watching King of Queens with Judy. But yeah, I've never seen it in a cup like this. I always thought that this was the only one they had. Like, the whole point of this was the spiciness, but I think this is the original right here. Just regular chicken, spicy flavored. And look, they have other ones too. One's, okay, quattro cheese. So I'm assuming 4 different kinds of cheese. That's kind of interesting. Artificially spicy ramen. Okay, that's funny. These ones are really interesting. So they, this one is a tom yum. So a different kind of noodle, probably a different flavor profile. I'm guessing there's some lime in there, some ginger, maybe kind of a Southeast Asian flair to it. They've got rosé. Oh, wide glass noodle, bulldog. Am I saying that right? Bulldog. And then they have this one. This is that famous Korean tteokbokki. Looks like these, I don't know, what would you call them? Rice sticks? Almost like mochi. I bet that's hella good too. Tteokbokki again, but this one is carbonara. What is that? Like a ham and egg flavor? Oh yeah, they call them rice cakes. Jajang. I don't even know what that is. What is that? What is jajang? And then they've got this habanero lime bulldog. Interesting. Sounds kind of good. Wow, it just keeps going too. Samyang cheese. Look, even Hello Kitty's getting in on the cup of noodle game. Hello Kitty spicy noodle soup. Did you know it's their 50th anniversary this year? It's cool. So these cup of noodles are the original design, I believe, or this is kind of a throwback to the cup of noodles they sell in Japan. I don't remember them selling this look of cup of noodles here in the States, but of course they have them here at the Japanese grocery store. And this is the original flavor. Curry was also one of the original flavors. Now, there's not actually curry in it, but they've got curry flavor. This is actually one of my personal favorites. And then this one, I think seafood actually came before the original flavor. I don't know, but yeah, this is also very popular. But these 3 are the OG cup of noodle flavors. So I was looking for one of my favorite noodles right now, the Momofuku brand. It's ironic they don't have it here because you can find it at American grocery stores. Momofuku, their whole line of noodles is actually really delicious, but I'm curious they were kind of going through a little bit of cancellation because they're basically forcing people not to have the Chili Crisp name or title on their hot sauces. So I was curious, are they out of hot water yet or not? Let me know. Are they still in trouble? Are we still boycotting them? I ate them the whole time, but I was just curious. Okay, so recently I did a tonkatsu video, and Chris, my editor, was confused with tonkotsu, which is a pork broth-based ramen flavor. And the difference is tonkatsu, there's an A right here. I know it's very confusing. Both of them are pork. Ton, that means pork. Kotsu, I'm not sure if that means broth, but yes, tonkotsu is pork broth ramen. Tonkatsu is deep fried pork cutlet. Just a little explanation. We actually prefer this brand of ramen at our house, the Momo-san. We get the tonkotsu, the kids love that one. I also eat the Tokyo chicken, but the girls aren't a big fan. So definitely, I'd say of all the noodles, the instant noodles, the best. And you can only get these really at Japanese grocery stores, or at least that's the only place I found them. I feel like ramen or instant noodles is totally underrated. See, the thing that people assume is really unhealthy, which I guess it could be if you eat too much of it. But if you add healthy things to it, like boiled egg, half-boiled egg, some protein, vegetables. I have a whole video where I make ramen healthier. And what we like to do is slice up cabbage super, super thin. Add even cilantro if you want to kind of give it kind of Southeast Asian flair, some cilantro. Add whatever. With the broth, it's so much better. And a little trick to make it super healthy, get some legit bone broth. So this is just regular chicken broth, but if you get bone broth, or especially if you make your own broth, which I know totally it's counter to the whole point of instant noodles, which is it's convenient. But if that's all you have, and people love noodles, especially kids, just do it up, just like they do at the ramen restaurants. Because growing up, I didn't have ramen at restaurants, and I just remember growing up with just ramen, straight broth and noodles, and maybe adding an egg. But as I got older and I enjoyed cooking, I'm telling you, add all kinds of, healthy vegetables and proteins, and it's a whole different experience. And you can kind of eat it without any guilt, knowing that you're putting some wholesome foods into your diet while also enjoying delicious noodles. Okay, I spotted this Filipino spaghetti sauce. It says sweet Filipino style. That's all I know. Sweet Filipino spaghetti. Is there a non-sweet version of this? Let me know. Judy said I need to pick up some curry. I've vlogged this many times. This is our favorite brand. Kind of pricey. One large brick is $6.49, but of course, this feeds a lot of us. Oh, this is what I was talking about with the chicken broth, what Judy likes to do, and I would suggest if you're gonna make beef curry, instead of adding water, like the directions say, add beef broth. It'll make it even more decadent, and if you get the beef bone broth, way more healthy too. Get a whole bunch of these. I always get a couple medium hot as an option, but for the most part, because of the little ones, we do get the mild. I'll just get 5 of them right now. This is a brand that you're gonna find at most grocery stores because these days you can find curry everywhere. And so Golden Curry, that's the brand by S&B, solid brand. I don't think I've ever tried this, but I do see this every single time. Let me know if you've tried the Koku Model brand, if it's good or not. And just like the Vermont curry, they do have medium hot. They got hot. What is this? Torokezu? Sorry, my Japanese ain't so good. Torokeru? I don't know. Yeah, they have different brands here. They do also have these white cream stews. This one's a tasty white stew. Same brand that I was looking at. Oh look, tasty brown stew as well. And then this hayashi rice. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of between a gravy and a stew put together. So it's not as thick as a stew. And in this case, they're using really thin sliced beef, similar to the beef you would use for, for gyudon. So it's really good. I have had this before. And then if you don't even want to cook, you just want to microwave it. They've got all these curry packets. They already have the meat. They already have the vegetables in it. All you have to do is throw it into the microwave and then pour it on rice. You can even take these little packets in these pre-made boxes of curry and put it into boiling hot water, so super convenient. I'm not a big fan. We don't ever buy this, but in a pinch, obviously, quick way to have curry at home without cooking. Speaking of convenient, you take those pre-made curry packets and then get one of these. This is pre-cooked rice. Same thing, you just pop it into the microwave, and this is already made, ready to go. And as the directions say, 2 minutes plus however long it takes to heat up that curry. Bam, you got curry. You didn't have to cook. All right, so Judy also asked for some seaweed. I think she's asking because we're gonna be making some musubis. I'm sure she's gonna vlog this already, but our friend Janelle, her channel Janelle Eats, she made her own little musubi mold, so I'm assuming they're making a lot of musubi at home right now and they ran out of seaweed. So I'm gonna get some. Now, I've always wondered, does it make sense to get organic seaweed? Because how can you have organic seaweed if it's made in the ocean? How do you certify the ocean? I don't know, do you maybe like certify a certain area? So I tend to lean towards the Japanese brands, or the Japanese looking ones. Red, gold, silver. What's the difference? I'm just gonna go for this one. I'm also gonna get this one too, just for options. All right, so nothing against Mexico. I'm just pointing this out because I never thought in a million years I'd see seaweed, nori, that's from Mexico. That is very interesting. That's a first. I'm gonna get this one too. These ones are actually made in Japan, so you can't go wrong with these. So we don't eat a lot of white bread, but we do like to grab these Japanese style white bread loaves. This is from Oyatsupan. Pan means bread in, I think, French, but also in Japan. And this company is from Oregon, so not too far. And they make this Japanese style white bread. They also have, Fuji. You know what? I should get Fuji. Fuji's another brand too, but they're in the Seattle area. I wonder which one's better. You tell me, Oyatsupan or Fuji? Okay, this is pretty fascinating. They also have this Japanese brand, white bread, that's actually from Japan. Now, normally I'm all about buying the Japanese products, but yeah, product of Japan. So I do believe they freeze these and bring them over. Even if they don't, there's just something weird about buying bread that's from overseas, even though I love these brands, but I would totally eat this in Japan, but in America, I'm gonna buy bread that's baked here and as close to me as possible. I think it's kind of funny that I just had this whole rant about buying bread locally and not from overseas. But when it comes to Japanese apple juice, which I'm hoping that's what this is, yeah, Hatorazu 100% apple juice. I mean, nothing beats the Japanese brands. Now, this is a little pricey. I normally would not spend this much on juice, but I do kind of miss Japan, and this will definitely bring me back. I'm gonna buy 2 of these. This is gonna be kind of my splurge buy for today, just because we were there, and I actually want the little ones to be able to try this. It's so crazy because Japanese apple juice is completely different from the apple juice here in America. Even good brands, I don't even see the apple juice here anymore. If you're willing to pay, try it because it's so delicious. Get some milk. This is a local company, Smith Brothers. Been drinking the whole milk, of course. Probably my single favorite thing to buy at a Japanese grocery store, especially this one, are these eggs. They are the best eggs. I know, I vlog this all the time, so I apologize if you're bored of me talking about these Japanese eggs, but they're just so good. The egg yolks are so orange, and I almost always buy 2 dozen when I come here because I just love them so much. I'm not gonna buy this, but it caught my eye. Chili crisp gourmet popcorn. That makes me want to make this at home. Sounds hella good. Crispy and fluffy, they say. Have you tried that? Is it actually good? Because it sounds hella good. I really do want to try it. All right, so I'm looking for a snack, and I just saw this. It looks like curry bread. It doesn't have curry in it. It has chicken adobo. Okazupan. Wow, that sounds so good. And then they have this one. It's a little lighter. It has yakisoba in it. So if you don't know, katepan is just a deep fried piece of dough with filling, and it's usually curry. In this case, it's adobo and yakisoba. This one's barbecue pork, This one's kimchi and tofu. Over here we got beef bulgogi. Man, they're going across the whole continent. And then chicken teriyaki. And funny enough, guess which one is missing? Karepan. I bet it's hella good if it's completely sold out. I'm just gonna buy one of these because that sounds hella good. And of course, I'm going for the chicken adobo. I'll let you know if it's good or not. So they're gonna be closing in 10 minutes. I just wanted to find a snack for the way home. I'm not gonna vlog much, but this is all osenbe, or basically a rice cracker snack, and there's just so much. It's all delicious, great with beer, great for kids. Everyone loves it. The thing I grew up with though is right here. It's called kaki no tane, and I did talk about this when I was in Japan. Kaki is a type of fruit, tane is seed. Anyways, you put it together as that fruit seed, and I think this rice cracker is shaped like it. Anyways, it's typically kind of spicy, and I was thinking, you know, this would be good with my ume drink. But guess what I found? I found some fancy kaki no tane. I've never seen this before, and this one seems to be a standard one, just like the other one up there. This is a soy sauce flavored one. It's in these small packages, and it's kind of expensive, so this is probably some high-end stuff. They've got the spicy one, pretty standard. I've had that before. Never had this. This is a cheese one, a cheese and pepper one. And then this one is a yuzu with wasabi. But look at this. This one's calling my name. This is ume. It's got a ume flavor to it. And the reason this one's kind of ironic is for two reasons. One, the drink I got was this right here. It's a ume sparkling drink. It's kind of sweet, sparkling. Ume is this fruit right here, and they make all kinds of alcoholic drinks with this. This is not alcoholic because I'm gonna drink it on the way home. But recently, my friend Choco gave me some kaki no tane snacks, and it had this ume flavor in it. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I couldn't read the package. And so to find this, which specifically has just ume flavor on it, I'm gonna try this. Anyways, if you're here and you like salty, spicy snacks, right here, this is the one to grab. This is a different type of rice cracker. It's got seaweed on the outside. It's also good. Here's some spicy ones. But yeah, try this one right here. This brand, I've had it before, solid. Anything from Japan, 100% is delicious. Oh yeah, and then if you want to have one with peanuts in it, that's good for beer, get the one with peanuts in it.